Two. All right. Our apologies for the late arrival of the aircraft. Really, but you got to understand, this time it wasn't the fault of Cho, also a little bit by about 5-6 minutes. Now I'm told that there's some damage control committee which has to go through everything. So there's no relaxing in Mumbai per se. So a lot of confusion going on. Before we introduce Chunky Pandey, quick word on the Olympics. Don't celebrate too much about PV Sindhu's bronze medal, and I'll tell you why. Because she now becomes the first Indian female to win a successive single medals outside a team sport. The other person who's won in the male section is Sushil Kumar. And you know how that turned out. So I'm a little worried for her. I just hope that there's no murder case pending in the years to come. But for now, we're going to meet a man who's been a part of Bollywood folklore from the 80s and very much batting today as well. That's 4 decades. He survived everybody and everything. And I met him on a few occasions, and he looks as young as ever. Chunky Pandey, thank you for being on our show.
Hello.
Hi. Let me just explain the show offline. You were asking what it is. This show
Yeah.
is watched by 9 people in 3 continents, not more. It's a podcast, so it's vaguely watched, viewed as well, but it's supposed to be an audio medium primarily. So you don't have to worry too much. In any case, okay. Um,
Okay.
like I said, it's very
This
small
is nine
viewership.
people, including your family members, or
Well, now
leaving
she
them out?
walked off because you didn't say hi back to her, so that's 8 now. Yeah,
Oh, I
because I
didn't
was
see
saying,
her. Sorry, I was
you see,
adjusting
a
some.
show, Chunky, now you only tell me. A show is so bad that you've come on, and I said, Chunky, Chunky, at least we have a star finally. So 1 or 2 people showed interest and came here. Otherwise, it's really, I mean, the last few guests have been, I mean, they themselves had to Google, the guests Googled themselves and told us about themselves. It was that bad. But before that, you're
Okay.
looking, touch wood, you're pretty fit and good at the moment. Are you? Because the pools are closed, and I know you're a massive swimmer. I remember about 10 years back, I was shooting at Otters Club for something, and they all said, "No, no, stop, stop, watch Chunky." And you were the only guy in the pool at noon, swimming for about 3 hours. Am I right?
Cyrus, I'm feeling like a fish out of water here. I mean, I'm really missing that pool and jumping into it. But they say you can, they say that's the last place you can get corona, and they're still not opening up swimming pools. I don't know why.
I can't understand the science. What I don't know. It's not like you're doing synchronized swimming, holding hands, and I mean, first and foremost, you swam when nobody's in the pool, as far as I
That's
remember,
true.
at
Yes.
about 12. So I mean, what could be safer than that?
Because
And
people are scared to swim when I'm swimming around them.
do what I do. If you want to make sure people aren't around, just take off your trunks. I've been doing that from day one.
Oh God. Then I can act in in a RK film if I remove my trunks.
It'll lead to another new stroke being made. I mean, you have breaststroke, you have backstroke, and then you have that extra. I won't get into it. Hand stroke, let's call it.
And so,
Chunky, this is a show which
yeah.
is a tribute to you. So feel free to boast about yourself. First and foremost, your name is Suyash
Yes,
and
the
not
real name.
Chunky.
Yeah.
So you want to take us back and explain, because I'm the opposite. My stage name is Cyrus Brosha. My real name is Bunty Kumar. So we've
Oh
gone from
God.
a simple name to so how did but Chunky means, were you like a fat boy as a kid?
Yeah, I was, I
Or
was, I was like a fat little ball. But yeah, Suyash is a name that is on my passport. It's a name that my school friends know me by.
Aadhaar
But I was
card?
named,
Yeah, watching.
yes,
Uh, uh, uh,
absolutely. But I was named
Suyash.
Chunky by my daima. She used to look after me when I was really young. I don't know why, but she kept using this word chunky, chunky. Where she learnt it from, no one knows. But I would respond to her. So that actually became a pet name. And it almost got changed when I signed my first film because my producer had just made a super hit film with Govinda. So he wanted to change Suyash into Chunky into a kind of a mythological name, Chandrakantama or something like that. But when his kids met me and they were like really young then, and they heard the name Chunky, they were quite amused by it. It kind of rhymed with monkey, so I got to keep this name Chunky on screen also.
But going back in time, I think everybody wanted catchy names. Going back to Dilip Kumar also, the name had to be catchy. Even American names, they changed, the foreigners changed their names. The actors, from whatever the names they were, ethnic sounding names, to these very simple, easy to pronounce names. So we also had the same thing. I think Chunky works really well. Who will forget
Yeah, in
Chunky?
fact,
You state in any
yeah,
culture and they pick it up.
and Chunky means a lot in a lot of different cultures. In fact, Cadbury has named the chocolate after me. There's a chaat
There you go.
masala called Chunky Chaat Masala named
क्या
after me.
बात है?
Yes,
Stop
and in
showing
fact,
off.
there's a thela wala who's named a pasta after me. It's called Acri Pasta.
Ah, sadly, Pandey, a very common surname that gets nothing. Nothing except Salman Khan made a couple of films with unpronounceable first names, didn't he? The Pandey brothers, Dabangg 3, 7, 9, and 11.
Yeah,
Okay, Chunky.
Chulbul Pandey. He wanted to
Yeah,
keep it Chunky Pandey, but I didn't give him the right, so he kept it Chulbul Pandey with a C only.
that's a very possible story, actually, when you think about it. You are the most famous Pandey. I mean, I can't think of that would be
No,
a fictitious. Uh,
I'm the most famous Pandey in the universe, not only in
I
the
think
world.
so. You keep that, my friend. You keep that. Don't let anyone take that from you. But
In
Chunky,
fact,
no.
something sad is very funny happened. My daughter was shooting with Nasiruddin Shah recently for a film for Shakun Batra, and she went to meet him, and he asked her, "How's the great Pandey?" So my daughter thought he was talking about her. She says, "I'm fine, sir." He says, "No, it's not you. I'm talking about your dad." So if
Wow.
Nasiruddin Shah can call me Great Pandey, I must be the greatest in the universe.
So we've got both the ends. You've got the superstar Salman, who has to ask permission to do the film, and you've got Nasir, who's the the artistic spectrum end of the whole thing.
Superstar,
So
yeah.
so both ends of acting, both say Pandey first, me last. But no, listen, I'm also a huge fan. Let me tell you, I grew up. I'm a little younger than you, I have to be honest. Tezab, that whole generation, I mean, Paap Ki Dunya, all those films, we grew up watching them. So, for my generation, there's no question. Chunky Pandey, very much the household name. I think that song has come back into fashion. Is it in an ad or something that we keep seeing?
Which
It keeps
one?
playing. So Gaya. Yeah, doesn't some ad play that
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now, or they change the lyrics
I,
slightly?
I'm going to try to sing it for you. So gaya ye jahan, so gaya
Gaya
आसमां,
आसमां
सो गई है
गई
सारी मंजिलें, वो
सिले.
सारी मंजिलें, सो गया है रास्ता. टक टक.
So listen,
After
I
this,
gotta
people are going to
confess.
stop listening to this
Bro,
song the way
listen,
I'm
listen.
singing.
This was our Maruti Jeep song. So when we were in college, junior college, and all that, we just started driving. One guy had the Jeep, the Gypsy. I don't know if you remember the Maruti
Yeah,
Gypsy with the open back, which was like big, and you want to
super.
show off to the girls and all that. So we'd play this song and we'd reenact the thing. We used to drink and drive, Chunky, drink and drive.
Oh
Don't ever do
God.
that. Those listening, don't ever do that. But we were very much inspired by that movie, that scene, and it was quite a bro film actually when you think about it. It was the beginning of many bro film genre movies that came
Yes,
on
because
after that.
the director, Mr. N. Chandra, had actually relived all those moments of that film. So, he used to live in, I think, in BDD Chawl, if I'm not mistaken, or in
Really?
Worli somewhere. Yeah, Mr. N. Chandra, when he made this film. And all those scenes, which I do with the Marwadi in the restaurant throwing the 10 rupee note.
Yeah. Are real.
And yes, yeah, Mera bill bhar de. And a lot of scenes with Johnny Lever and all, the director had actually relived those portions. So somewhere this character Baban was the childhood of the director. So he kind of got that character out very well, including portions like doing all that and stuff. Yeah. So I actually
So those
mimicked
were
his
N.
life.
Chandra's
His mood.
trademarks, is it?
It
He told
is.
you to do it, or you picked it up?
No, I picked it up from him. So he's the guy who keeps doing this all the time.
I have a confession again. I also like to do that. It takes out the enamel. So the dentist told me, no, I'm not joking, that as you age, he said that you shouldn't brush. I've been told not to brush because I've taken out the enamel. The guys who do the biting of the nails, or hum log kya karta hai, we put the thing onto the thing and we keep. I don't know if you do it, but if you did it as an act, but if you do it actually as a habit, now you can't stop doing it. And let me
If
tell
I
you,
do it, I'm scared my caps may come out.
uh, as we
but,
age, it changes. Each issue becomes further more complex. Thank you, Chunky, for
but
that.
but thank God I'm scratching my teeth and I'm not scratching anywhere else.
But if you want the show to be
Yes.
a hit now, can you please scratch somewhere else and lower
Yeah,
the
I'm
camera, please?
scratching my
Thank
head.
well played, sir. Into the boundary for four. Okay, let's go back a little bit to your beginning. How the hell did you get into films?
Oh my God, mine is a story that they should print 1,000 books on it. But so I at the age of 18, I got a free trip to America, and on a Kishore Kumar show. So I actually did a road show. I mean, I was like a roadie with him.
What are you saying?
And yeah, absolutely. I had won a free
Before you
ticket
were
from
famous?
someone.
Before you were
Absolutely.
famous?
Sorry.
You weren't famous then?
No, I wasn't. I was like a student. I was just out of college,
So why would you be on a
So
Kishore Kumar singing tour?
yeah, so I actually won a free ticket on it. So I got to tour America on it. And that's when I realized, man, these guys are rock stars. Yeah, these film stars and music stars are rock stars. And I decided to become an actor. So I came home, I told my parents, and I started training for it. So from the age of 18 to 23, I was actually what they call struggling. But my struggles were very different. So I was a wheeler dealer. I used to sell cars. I used to old cars. I used to sell marble. And on the side, like I was modeling and and training. And I used to go and audition. So I've auditioned for a lot of like TV serials and movies, but never really got anything.
Can you
And then
remember
at the age,
any of them were famous that you
yeah,
didn't get?
yeah. So I'd auditioned for Mahabharat. I'd auditioned for Haiba Films.
Which character?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, auditioned for a film for Rajshri Productions, for B. Subhash, for a lot of people. Yeah. So finally, I mean, I never gave up. I was still a very happy soul, and I knew one day it's going to happen. And in those days, Mr. Bachchan, I think, had just joined politics. So I don't know what it was, but he was very fond of wearing these chudidar kurtas. And we were all Amitabh Bachchan fans. Yeah. So
Correct.
even I started wearing chudidar kurtas, but I had a problem. I can tie a knot, I can't open it. Yeah. Now here I was. Yeah, so most of my chudidars were with elastic. So I didn't have to tie them. But this one, that day, the one I wore had a nada on it. Yeah. Now I'd gone for a wedding to Holiday Inn, and I had a few extra beers. So I ran to the washroom to kind of relieve myself. And I could open my nada of my
At the
chudidar.
urinal.
Yeah, the urinal, and I'm screaming, Koi mujhe help karo. And they thought, man, this guy's really funny. He can't open it. Is he trying to do
Who
something to
says
us?
help karo, yaar? That's a very
Help
private
karo.
area. You can't say help karo.
And I was shouting,
I mean,
you're
I'd be worried if
distressed.
somebody says, "Ha, main karta hu." Imagine that would be the warning.
But that's what
Oh,
happened. That's what happened. So
who was the
Pelaji,
guy?
yeah, he was Mr. Pelaj Nilani. He says, "Arey Baba,
Oh
main
God,
तुझको help
no way.
करता
This is not a true story. This cannot
I
be real.
swear. So
Kailash
he helped
Nilani
me.
came to open your Nara to help you
Can
pee.
you can you believe it? So he actually this thing, and that's where we got talking, and I said, there was no internet in those days, and you didn't
Did he
know
know
what
you?
people look.
Did he
Sorry.
know you? Did he
No,
know
no,
of
no,
you?
no, not at all, not at all.
He
He didn't
came
know
to
me
help a
from
stranger
Adam.
in the urinal. Kailash Nilani answers to this question. I have to
He'll
have
tell
this
you.
on record.
He'll
Uh,
tell you. He'll tell you. So anyway, so we start having this conversation, and I say like, so he asked me, "What do you do?" So I said, "Sir, I'm a model. I'm trying for films." So I said, "Sir, what do you do?" So he said, I just made a film with Govinda called Ilzam." Oh shit! I nearly fainted. I passed out. I said, "Yo, Pelaj Nilani, such a pleasure meeting you." Without washing my hands, I was trying to shake his hands.
I suppose that relationship has already gone up by then. Yeah.
so, so this kind of happens there, and then 2 nights later, I meet him in Anju Vendru's house at a dinner. And he sees me and he starts laughing. So I said, "Sir, what happened?" So he says, no, you're extremely funny. And he tells me at Anju Vendru's house, "Why don't you come and meet me tomorrow in my office?" So I actually went to meet him in his office the next morning. I thought it must be like one of those party conversations, but he actually signed me for my first film. So yeah, this is how, that's what I
This
keep
is
telling people. You never know when
I
it
mean,
happens.
this is not just karma. This is like it's like a comedy of errors into karma and all that. I mean, you go to pee, the guy doesn't know you from Adam. He's one of the biggest directors of the day with a hit film to boot, and he actually helped you with your problem too, so that you can pee in peace. And next thing you know, you're working with him.
I'm
Wow.
working with him, yes.
This is the story we need to tell people who come in fresh with ideas and want to be heroes. You have to go to the urinal and wait. Oh God, that sounds really bad. Let's take that. Let's take that back. So would you? But it's not an accident because you worked really hard. You've been trying for 5 6 years. You've been doing the rounds. Anywhere in the world, actors who do the rounds at some point, something goes well for them. In a sense, it's not like you just walked in and in 1 week you're suddenly an actor. It's been years
Yes.
before you got
So
that break.
everyone has their own story. And Cyrus, I've been around for too long. I've seen a Friday changing lives in so many ways. There are guys who used to wait for their phones to ring, and suddenly comes a Friday with a hit film, and they don't even pick up phones and they don't even return messages. So this is something we've been seeing for a very, very long time. And that's why I keep telling people, don't give up, don't get bitter, because you are going to get your chance. You're going to get your place in the sun. Apna time aayega types. So just hang in there and keep be resilient and confident. Yeah.
But you're quite amazing, Chunky. What people may not realize about you is that you've been there right from the almost the 80s till now, and you're going strong in every kind of medium. You've tried every different thing. You've reinvented yourself more as a character actor, or let's call it a novelty actor, where you can play anything. And you're very much there. It's not like you're just going to go into the sunset at any point. And good genetics must count for something, Because there's some people, let's be honest, as they age, they, the roles just become less and less. But you managed
Okay.
to, is it the swimming or genetics? Or there's
No,
a
I think
medical background as well, isn't
I'm
there?
born on I'm born on Devanand and Manmohan Singh's birthday, same 26 September. So I think it's something to do the date you're born on.
Now I have to find out if in Dev Anand's life or Manmohan Singh's life there was a urinal somewhere which caused him to take that extra step to greatness. But we'll not know
But
about
listen,
that.
I must confess I've done all mediums, but this is the first time I'm coming on a broadcast.
Yeah, but now you have, so you've crossed this as well. And
Superstar.
yeah, see, right now you guys are bigger than the medium, so it doesn't matter. It's not like you're playing catch up. The podcast is in infancy at the moment. Listen, we have so much to talk about. I want to quickly get into, because some
Hey,
people think
wait,
that
Cyrus, where's your friend, man? Chairman, the bugger from Goa, man. I'm missing
uh,
the bugger. He's not in
FIFA.
the circle.
No. He's going through some pancreatic issues, and he's been told he's a big foodie, and he's been told he can only eat certain food from a
Oh,
thing called food darzi. It's in a lot of. It's disgusting. He came to my house with his tiffin, which was curd rice, and
oh
we had
shit.
like 2 kilos of mutton and masalas of all kinds, and I mean, and literally it was like the help is eating with you on the table. It's just in a small box, and I feel really bad. Pasta paratha with butter, please. Yeah.
Oh shit, you poor guy.
So, as we age, one of the big problems is that I think, let's face it, sex isn't what it used to be and difficult to get. Drinking you have to cut down because of age, etc., etc. Going out is less, lockdown, this and the other. The one thing we have is food. You take food away. My point is, why you're alive? There seems to be no bloody reason if they take that away. So I feel really bad for him. Anyway, listen, Bangladesh. But you did so many films first before this crossover to Bangla films. You did lots of movies. What was your plan at that point? There were more. I think there were more of these hero films where you were part of a 3-4 ensemble kind of setup. But
Correct. So,
one or two of your movies as solo also did really well.
thank you. Yes, so when I got in, I mean, when my first film really released, I remember on Friday it released and it had very mixed reports. But by Monday it had been, in those days films could release with a bad report and then, in 2-3 days pick up. And on Monday it had turned out a super hit, yeah. And suddenly I was on the roads and people were recognizing me, and it all started from there. I remember that week itself, I kind of, on that Monday, I signed about 10 new films here because people were waiting, like to see if I'm going to work or no. And then my honeymoon started. I actually went berserk because this is the first time I saw money. And it was a normal trend then, that if you met another actor, oh, so nowadays how many films are you doing? And if you said anything below 20 films, like you were out of work, kind of, we were actually doing 3-4 shifts a day. I mean, we used to land up on sets and ask, oh, what's the story of the film? Oh, what's my character? Oh, this is my character. So that's how we worked there. And, things went very well. I remember in the year 87, 88, I had hits like Paap Ki Duniya, Khatron Ke Khiladi,
Huge hit.
Tezab, Agia, all releasing in a matter of just 1 year. So you can imagine the kind of flow I started getting of things. Let's say maybe I kind of mishandled it. Maybe I got too excited. But if you ask me today, if I had to relive my life, I would still do those things because the journey itself was really great, and I was too busy to really enjoy what you call is success. I was just kind of working, making money. And I was only working in multi-starrer films, most of them, at least 90% of them, because that was the trend in those days. I'd come in a multi-starrer film and I continued, like whether it was Khatron Ke Khiladi, Tezab, Paap Ki Duniya, it was with Sunny, Anil, Sanjay Dutt, or Dharmender, Shatrughan Sinha. Till 93 came Aankhein, which was like a historic kind of hit. And by the end of 93, I was actually out of work. I didn't have work.
No, but before that, you did Parda Hai Parda. You did a couple of films which were big hits
Yeah.
without
Yes.
not the bro genre, the solo genre.
Yes. So I did have films like Parda
It's
Hai
not like that
Parda.
didn't work. You had that as well.
Yes, I had films like Khilaf, Mitti Aur Sona, solo films that had worked. But this was like a musical chairs going on, and the music stops, and everyone got a chair to sit, and I kind of didn't get a chair to sit.
Hey,
That's what
Chunky, all you
happened.
had to do is go back to Holiday Inn, go to the bloody urinal and wait until the next big shot came along and helped you.
I was going by that time. I got so desperate. I was going to every 5-star hotel, gents and ladies bathrooms, but there was no work happening.
That's a different desperation, bro. That's a completely different story. But no,
Yeah,
you
so
so
basically what
you
happened
things were
was,
going well. You were saying in '93 suddenly things stopped going well because you. I mean, I've seen most of your work, and you've had a very consistent. Your performances are great. People have enjoyed you. So doesn't it add up sometimes that in '93 you saw a dip?
no, so what happened in 93, the solo hero films came, like, because, see, like, I came, 86 was Govinda, 87 was was me, 88 was Amir, 89 was Salman, 90 was Shah Rukh, 91 was Akshay, 92 was Ajay Devgan. There was big
Oh, okay.
superstars arriving every year. So the films for multi-starers started becoming solo heavy films, like not heavy, but top heavy kind of films. I started getting offers of, hero ke bhai ka role karo, and kind of roles which didn't appeal to me, and I wasn't willing to accept myself to doing character roles, what I'm doing today. I wasn't ready for it.
No, but you were still very
So
young also.
I was young too. So I decided to take a little backseat, and then I got this offer to work in Bangladesh. And I went there and I did a film that worked, and so I stayed on working there for a couple of years.
Is there any Bengali antecedent? Do you speak Bengali? Was any somebody is Bengali in your family?
No, no. So in the first film, I
Wow.
spoke Bengali, and then I started having dreams at night that my parents and all my friends are speaking to me in Bengali, and I'm not understanding what they're saying. Those are not good dreams to have. So by the second film, I was speaking Hindi, and they would dub my voice in Bengali. But I had a great time in Bangladesh. Lovely people and great food. Every time I went to Bangladesh, I kind of put on 5 kilos and came back.
And you must have become a superstar there. More than
Yeah,
half a
yeah,
dozen hits. Huh?
yeah, yeah. I became a superstar, but I also developed a back problem because
Why?
there was this one scene where I had to pick up my heroine, and she kind of was a little overweight. So I asked the producer, like, can you provide me with
This
a
is
crane to
terrible.
pick her up?
What kind of hero gets a fat heroine here? It's unfair. Sorry.
Yeah, so then I said,
Didn't you
can
bring
you
it up?
provide? Yeah, I said, can you provide me with a crane? I mean, to pick her up because she was that heavy. But then I finally, they said, yeah, they used exactly what you said, like, what kind of hero are you and all, the superstar of Bollywood and all. So I picked her up and I landed up with a slip disc.
Is this a true story? It has to be true.
It is. You think I'm so creative I can make something like this up?
I'm imagining the sequel to that picture when they come and tell you script ye hai, plot ye hai, location yahan pe, and then you say और heroine कौन है, and they tell you her name, and you're like, oh God, no, no, no. Okay, anyway, I think when you look back at your life, it's a far more interesting life than people who've had a one-dimensional, say, 10-year career of just being a single hero and then you disappear forever. You've just, you've had twists and turns and all that, but it's like theater. All kinds of things happen. You go to different places, you find different experiences, and you still keep going. You're still going on. I mentioned it 3 times, but you very much are. But now you've got another competition. You're actually going to be competing with the generation that follows in the Pandey family. You've got Ananya
Yes.
coming up, and you're very much there, which is not the way maybe she would have pictured it. Dad as coach, yes, dad as manager, yes, dad as fan, yes, but now dad and you leaving at the same time for different shoots, and dad hogging the limelight as well. Still, what's that like?
Well, I know. I'm first of all, I'm so grateful that my daughter's been accepted in the movies because in Bollywood or anywhere in any kind of cinema entertainment, you have to be accepted by the audience. They should feel you're one of them, and you have to be loved by them. So that's one bridge she has crossed, and I hope she stays around and makes a name for herself. But I keep bullying her, and I keep not bullying her as such, but keep teasing her that I'm just waiting for the day to work with you to find out who's the better actor in the family.
Wow, that would be fantastic, no? In the
Are they
same scene
acting?
with your own
Are
daughter,
they
but playing two
acting?
different, absolutely different characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Acting में तो हम उसका बाप निकलेगा.
Get to say that at least once. Make sure this happens. Okay, a couple of interesting anecdotes before we talk about this second part of your career. Akshay Kumar was coached by you, or is this just something we found on the net? That you worked as an acting instructor just before you became a star, and one of your
Yeah.
pupils, and you're laughing still. So this has got to be something here.
Yeah, because he really makes me laugh about it. Because so we used to train. I used to train. I graduated from a school called Madhumati's Dancing School. So when I was graduating, Akshay is much younger than me. He's 4 5 years younger than me. Akshay was just joining the school. So you know how it is like that time, when you just join, the teachers don't teach you that. The senior students teach you. So I used to teach him dance moves and some dialogue deliveries and stuff. So he still laughs and jokes about it. That's why he says in his first initial part of his career, he didn't get too much work or awards because of the acting I had taught him. Then
Yeah.
he had to undo what I taught him and become a better actor, and that's how he's become Akshay Kumar today.
But could you see he had star quality and all that? Or could you see anything? Or
100%. And one look at him the first day, I knew this boy is going to be a superstar. I mean, there's Akshay is eye candy. He's a beautiful looking guy, and he was he was fit then, and he still is very fit and great. He's got great attitude. Yeah. So I knew this boy is going to hit it big. It's just a matter of time. And yeah, he did.
all right, let's talk a little bit. We have to take a break and bring our young Silvery in because there'll be people who want to talk to you on the chat as well. But then you returned to Bollywood around 2002, 2003. You started doing all kinds of roles. Uh, Started making a name for yourself again. It's almost like starting from scratch. You would think the return of Chunky Pandey.
Yeah,
For,
so in '98 I got married and I took my wife to Bangladesh for a honeymoon, and she
to
kind of
show her the
told me.
overweight, to show her the overweight actress.
Oh, yes. No, it's a beautiful place. She loved it. Cox Bazar's got a lovely beach and all. And she told me there, like, okay, great, you're working here, you're having a great time. But she says, don't forget, you're Chunky Pandey from Bollywood. These people love you because you are from Bollywood. So I think it's time you come back and, make your presence felt in Bollywood too. It's like it was like kind of, I was doing the ostrich trick. I dug a hole and I was hiding there, like thinking, like, I'm very, very happy. And, I was kind of running away from it. But I was doing
but
really well in Bangladesh, so I didn't need to, I mean, they really looked
but you
after me
missed it.
well.
You missed it when you come back home and you see the posters, you see someone shooting a van passing or whatever. Those things bother you a little bit because that's very much you
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. So I knew somewhere, there was a generation that had forgotten me. And I kind of didn't want, I was very happy working out there and didn't want to come back. So she told me, why don't you give it a shot? So I came back and it was like starting way back in 85, 86 again. I started making the rounds of people's offices. I went to meet Ram Gopal Verma. I went to meet Harry Babich. I went to the Venus office and I went to meet Subhash Ghai.
So now would it be
And
tougher or easier because you are still now Chunky Pandey, but you're going
so
back
I
and
had to
sort of
just
starting again.
Yeah, so you have to just put your ego aside and just go and ask for work. And the industry is so nice. If you go and ask for work, they actually give it to you. So I had to convince people that I'm not going away anywhere, and please give me the shot. And I was very lucky. I got offered all these characters. Now I was prepared to take these characters, and I was kind of even actor wise ready to do them. So I was lucky. I got a few great characters to play, and I guess that's how I've been. I found my way back. But yes, like I remember I had gone for a wedding and there was little kid comes up and says, Uncle, I heard you're an actor. What's your name? So I said, yeah, you don't know my name? Call your mother. She'll know my name. Because if the kid is 5, the mother will 100% know me.
But Chunky,
But
that sounds very vulgar. It doesn't
I
mean
know,
you're
I
a big
know.
star. It means that you know the mother. Aha, माँ को बुलाओ. मम्मी पे गई साला.
Thank God the kid didn't say, Uncle, तुम्हारी शक्ल मेरे जैसी दिखती है. I said, अच्छा
Exactly.
तुम्हारी मम्मी को बुलाओ.
And you say again. Yeah.
No, so
All right.
what I was trying to say is, I when that 5-year-old kid told me that, I realized that I have really lost my audience because I used to have a lot of kids as fans. Now those kids have all grown up and the younger ones don't know me at all. So I said, now whatever I do going forward, whatever characters I play, I need to appeal to that 5-year-old. Very, very important because when I go to a cinema theater, I become a 5-year-old. I laugh, I cry, I clap, I whistle, I eat popcorn. So an audience has that 5-year-old hidden, and I guess if you can tap that and make them laugh and get that emotion out, that's a job I think quite well done. So yeah, I started addressing the kids. I started choosing roles that would impress them and get them happy.
Have your kids seen your old films, the ones from 80s, 90s?
Like so Ananya saw Paap Ki Duniya and Tezab and she was like really saddened because I die in both of them.
That's
But then
true.
yeah, and so they said ना अगर चंकी पांडे मरता है फिर प्रोड्यूसर नहीं मरता, पिक्चर हिट हो जाती है.
Who says all this, bro? What the hell,
I mean, they
man?
used to say this in the old days, but now then she's seen Aake and she's seen most of my work. Yeah, she has. So has Raisa. Yeah.
And no, I was just thinking it must have been a little bit of a difficult process for you to go back, talk to these guys, because you are Chunky Pandey. You're not some. I mean, and it wasn't that long ago when your films were out, etc., and all that. Um, so just it's a little awkward, but just tell us how did you handle people the second time around?
It's first of all, you need to put your ego on the side, and that's what I did. But you know, I, s- I would sometimes feel bad about it, but then I realized that if I'm standing in a queue, if there are five people ahead of me, there are about 25 people behind me, so I'm actually quite well off. Even if I'm even getting an entry into an office to meet someone and speak to someone, I'm still better off than a lot of other people. And it was I won't say it was humiliating, but people actually screen tested me then and to see if I still had that thing in me. So because by that time the video had, in our days it was only cinema. We had to run around with video cassette showing people, but now
Yeah.
it was different. People were screen testing, and so I know a lot of senior actors who don't screen test, but I actually screen tested my way into a lot of films. Yeah. So I was like, you can call it your second innings.
Exactly. It's a complete like overhaul reinvention. But I think this is just a great story. Your life is a great story for a lot of people who are struggling, not just in the beginning, but maybe in the middle, because life is like that. People don't understand. Even the biggest superstars do have terrible moments, and overcoming it is. I wish you'd write a book actually, Chunky, because under all the humor, there's a lot of interesting moments which you've overcome, and I've never seen you down. I remember seeing you at parties and all that. I've never seen you down at all. You've always like an upbeat sort of personality. You think that helps? You're just a positive person, and
Yes, you have to have that. So you have to have that very light head and to stick around. You have to see the good in everything. You have to laugh about things. You have to laugh about yourself. My house is like a comedy show. It's like a sitcom. If you ever put cameras, which I have a lot of cameras in the house, so we always try to keep ourselves in that kind of mood, because that's the only way to survive. And don't take yourself too seriously ever. This is what I advise people because you'll just land up being a mess.
has
Yeah.
Chunky Pandey repaid the favor, paid it along? Have you been in the urinal of a five-star hotel during a Sangeet or something and found somebody else there struggling with a Nara? aa gaya, वापस. Okay, don't
Oh
answer
God,
this.
you tried. I'll tell you, Cyrus, we were so lucky in our days. There was no mobile phone. There was no camera on the mobile phone, no social media. Man, we could get away with murder. Yeah. Today, you try to stand with your nada in a urinal. You'll be all over the internet. Actually, you'll become a superstar without the producer finding you.
Imagine the third party shooting the conversation between the leading actor and the leading director. Oh, I mean, you talk about
Exactly.
Me Too's
But
Me Too's gone out of the window. Yeah.
oh God, me too. But I'll
All
tell
right,
you
all right.
what. Yeah,
Go ahead,
no,
go
no,
ahead.
we should talk
Sorry,
about
sorry.
that. But sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just want to quickly mention that you've also got into the web series. I think Abhay was one, that space as well. I mean, now you don't think anymore, but it's more about what the characters and what fun you're going to have with the project. I don't think you care whether it's a film or TV show, web series. Does that bother you one way or the other anymore, or is it now just the
So
character?
I So I've been getting a lot of OTT offers, and I'm working on OTT right now. I'm very happy now that I'm doing projects which don't depend on me. It's not like they're not selling because of Chakki Pandean, but I'm getting some real because of OTT. I'm getting a lot of main role offers, which had not been happening on screen, but now OTT has been offering me all this, and I think it's a great platform. It can never replace cinema because cinema will always be cinema, but OTT has found us such hidden gems in our industry. I mean, and the shows have been brilliant here. I'm glad I was a part of Abhay. I got to play that character, which got me a lot of mileage. And now I've got a short film called Tap Tap that just released on Woot. And then I'm doing a film with Divendu for Applause Entertainment, a web show, which should be coming out early next year. So yes, I'm toying around with the web. I'm also doing a web movie right now, which I'll be going abroad and shooting. This is for Ali Abbas. So yes, things OTT has kept me busy, and then I'm also working on a Tamil film right now and a few other projects. Yeah.
Wow, that's so obviously no rest for the wicked. Chunky Pandey in part two now doing probably more work than you've ever done before.
Yes.
Or you're going back to the glory days of those 5 shifts and not knowing which producer is where and what script is what, and you come there and then you say, "Acha, ye character hai, theek hai. Let's take the shot." Is that
Yeah,
really
because
true?
I'll tell you, Cyrus, nowadays, I mean, people read scripts and they have suggestions. In our days, the producer would come home with an orchestra and narrate a subject to you, literally with background music and everything. And you just took that one shot there and said yes or no. It was never that I'll get back to you. But now there's scripts and other things. And I'm a strong believer that films are made on sets. They're not made in a
On
in a
paper.
bedroom or in a
Yeah.
in a producer's office. It's what you do on the set. Like films like Houseful and all, such improvised kind of films because the script is something else, the scene is something else, and what we shoot is something else altogether. So pretty much like what you and your guys do here, Cyrus. I mean, you improve so much. So I believe cinema, whatever it is this year. It's all about that energy on the set
But
that
Chunky,
makes it.
now that you brought it up, Houseful, you must have really enjoyed, no? Because that, I mean, that's very strong part of your personality, the naughty, crazy, wild, fun-loving sort of part of you. Uh,
It's my alter ego.
it's your alter ego. But that must be the easiest job in the world. I mean, it's just Chunky being Chunky for a lot of the day. Just put a little under eye makeup and boom, you're in. Wow. Okay, we're going to take a quick break and bring in Silvery. Silvery, are you there? This is the generation now that follows Chunky Pandey Part 2. I am from the Part 1, and he's the one who follows Part 2.
Who's
Here he
Silvery?
comes on.
Who's
Well,
he?
Antariksh is his real name, but pet name is Silvery.
He's your producer.
It's all changed now. These
Yes,
kids
sir.
run everything. We do nothing.
Oh my God. Oh my
I'm
God.
sure
Yeah,
you met
it's
80s who are
it's what it
21
is.
and all with American accents telling you what to do and all. I mean, it's just strange.
Yeah. So he's
What do we
he's
do?
actually he's paying you to be on the show.
Well, in a way, the payment comes
Yeah.
from the proprietor of the podcast, but yeah.
Okay.
But he's technically my boss, and he's
Oh,
28 years old.
No,
Yeah,
not really. That's
yeah.
no, that's not true.
He's a
Uh,
rude
well,
bastard, Chunky. He's a rude bastard. Let's be frank.
you better
Now that
not
you
call
bring
me
it up,
uncle,
sure.
huh?
Yeah, you call him uncle, then
no,
he'll be a
no.
rude bastard. Be
I
careful.
call you. No. I have to say, Mr. Pandey, that I hope
Mr.
Mr.
Pandey
Pandey
mat
is
bol
fine.
na.
Chunky, okay.
Hmm.
I have to say, Chunky, that Aankhe is one of my favorite films ever. The one with
There you
Govinda, Kader Khan, and yourself. I've seen that so many times. My entire family loves
And
that film.
he's your daughter's generation, so it's the mix. It's the lost generation between mine and the ones that are now growing up, etc. In a
But
sense.
if he's 28, he wasn't even born when Arcade was released. Yeah.
No, I was born. I
No,
think
you
it
were
released in '93. I was born in '92.
92,
I was 1
92.
year
He was
old. I
1
didn't
year
watch it
old.
then.
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
there
yeah.
at the
But I
premiere,
watched
na,
it
as a
much
1 year
later.
old
I
feeding
was,
with a bottle.
yeah, that was me. That was it. Correct. Yeah,
बच्चे को theater में लेके गए.
That's why he remembers it.
That
Yes.
monkey, na, he's become a gorilla now. He's become so big for Arcade.
बड़े काम का बंदर.
Cyrus Bada Kaam Ka Bandar was paid more than me and Govinda put together.
Would you say rightly so, sir?
I think so. And this Bandar, he used to fly from all the way from Chennai with 6 assistants and used to drink 2 bottles of alcohol every day because they had to keep the Bandar drunk because he was otherwise too aggressive and too, I would say, horny. I'm sorry, I'm using that word, but I mean,
Okay,
he would do some crazy tricks here.
so which
I
hero
mean,
did he prefer?
he certainly had an affinity for my ears when he sat on my
Damn
shoulder.
it.
Oh.
No, but he would bite and stuff. He was not an easy guy. He was one of the worst co-stars I'd ever met. Yeah. But I'm a great one. I'm a great animal lover, so I didn't believe in cruelty to animals. But that guy was another thing, the Aankhe Ka Bandar. But we became good friends in
They
the
would
end.
really pillow him? They had to pillow him, or you're just saying that?
No, they had to keep him sober. Otherwise, he'd go crazy, man. I mean, he'd start biting and doing stupid things to people. So they keep him kind of buzzed throughout the.
Okay, that's the monkey. How do they control Govinda?
No, but I'll tell you something. Of our generation, I think he's one of the finest actors. I mean, I'm a Govinda fan,
Fantastic.
and
So am I.
yeah, he's a
Yeah.
great guy to work
No, at
with.
his
Great
best, there's no
improvisation.
question, Chunky. But let's just say that sometimes what he says didn't always make sense off camera. Whenever we've
Yes.
interviewed him and stuff, he's a nice guy and all, but really we went over our heads. Yeah. But you got that personality, I think, where you just get along with everyone anyway. I can't remember any tiff with you and anybody.
I even get along with my wife. So sweet.
Yeah, try getting along with my wife, then you'll know what life's all about. Yeah. Chalo. Sylvie, come on, let's
Yeah.
get in some questions.
Let's. Yeah. The
So,
first
Chunky,
question.
this is the AMAs where people are writing into you, and so you have to answer, or we will help you.
Yeah.
And it's
The first one.
like live.
First one comes in from Kashin Shetty. He says, "Hello, Chunky ji, massive fan. Not enough people talk about Vishwatma nowadays. It's so underrated. What was it like shooting in Kenya? And what's your favorite memory of the film?"
Oh my God, my God, my God. That is, if you ask me, like of all the 80 to 100 films I've done or my body of work, I would still always rank Vishwatma as the #1 film for me.
Really?
Yes. So Vishwatma has a story. I was supposed to do Tridev for Rajiv Rai, but I could not do Tridev because I was shooting in Kashmir and he was shooting in Uti. I was shooting a film called Agni for Hrithik Roshan's grandfather, J. Om Prakash, and I didn't have dates to give Rajiv Rai. So I went for the premiere of Tridev, and when Oye Oye started, I started weeping because I'd actually missed out this film. I said, God, I've missed a huge hit film.
Oye.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I went and dived on Rajiv Rai's feet. I said, Rajiv Rai, your next film I have to do. So that's how Vishwatma came around. I actually got a role in it. Yeah. And then we went and shot in Kenya. I stayed there for 2 months and it was brilliant. I mean, the way he introduced me in the film, the music of the film, the character which he created for me, Akash Bhardwaj. I thought it was very trend-setting and a very different kind of character. That kind of canvas film had never been shot abroad with a Bollywood film. So there I was doing it. What would be my moment I'll never forget? I'm doing this song called Aankhon Mein Hai Kya Tasveer Teri, which we were shooting in Masai Mara. And every time we went to shoot the song and we put the music on, the animals would run away. And Saroj Khan was the choreographer, and she wanted animals in the backdrop. Otherwise, why have you gone to Masai Mara to shoot? So we decided that we won't play the music. We'll go in a small van. Me and the heroine Jyotsna will get out and start doing the dance steps without music, and they'll shoot it. So we went out. We went in the tall grass and started doing Saath Samundar and Aankhon Mein and all. And suddenly people started whistling and shouting like move and all. So I said, what has happened? So I looked around and I promise you, 15 feet away was a lion and lioness sitting and watching us and so amused, like, who the hell are these guys? Luckily, they must have had their breakfast. Otherwise, we would have been breakfast for them.
But you could have outrun Jyotsna.
Sorry?
You could have outrun Jyotsna.
I would have outrun her anytime.
End of the day, Chunky would have survived.
I too nearly peed in my pants. I don't know what happened to her, but she nearly fainted. Yeah. So that was a scary experience.
So what do you all do? You just walk slowly. You walk slowly to the
No, we tiptoed our ways out of it, but that tiptoe which lasted for 1 minute, 3 minutes, looked like 30 hours. Yeah, it was scary, man. And they were like wild, huge these lions, and luckily they'd eaten, so we were good. Yeah.
The things you guys had to do, the youngsters have no idea. They can dance with chroma in the background. कुछ नहीं, air conditioned comfort में एक take में खत्म हो जाता है पूरा song. You guys just do one line at a time.
Yes. And we used to do some crazy stunts. Like I've had like 32 stitches on my forehead, literally. So I was shooting a film called Nainsafi where there was a scene where I had to hold the leg of the horse. He goes up. So pretty much what Amitabh Bachchan did in Satya Pe Satta.
Front leg,
and it was a dangerous stunt. So the fight master said, Amitabh Bachchan has done it. I said, oh God, then even I can do it. So I tried what Mr. Bachchan did. I held the horse by the legs and he got one leg free. So he actually bumped me on my forehead. And my whole forehead opened and I actually went to the cameraman and said, sir, what has happened? He could see my whole skull. And the cameraman actually fainted, yeah. So this was way back in 88. This had happened. Yeah.
So you're the one bleeding and the cameraman faints.
The cameraman fainted. I didn't faint. Then I remember I was rushed to Nanavati Hospital where my mom showed up with a plastic surgeon who stitched me. So the plastic surgeon got the first stitches on me. That's why you can hardly see the scar now. Yeah.
So this youthful face is because of the plastic surgeon, Chunky.
Very early.
You got to thank the horse, yaar.
But a lot of heroines in those days said they should have stitched Chunky Pandey's mouth instead of his head.
That's the Bangla actress from the one who's the Chunky actress who was with Chunky in Bangladesh. I think she's ready to get back. Fine. Let's take another one, Sylvie.
Yeah, sure. This is a fun one. It comes in from Bruce Wayne. Wow. He says, we learned about your passion for home security cameras in Fabulous Lives of Bollywood Wives. Can you
Yeah,
please recommend any brands you like? Have you tried Google Nest or Arlo?
I can recommend a brand called CP. It stands for, I don't know what it stands for, but it could be Chunky
Chunky
Pandey
Pandey.
also. But
Huh.
yeah. There's a brand called CP, and I've got like cameras besides my bathroom. I have them everywhere. I'm a stickler for security, and I have about 4 around my bar, to make sure that none of my staff is drinking my alcohol.
Or
So I
family
put some,
members.
huh?
Or family
Or
members also.
my underage kids, yeah. Including my dog. My dog looks like an alcoholic, one of them.
What is with your animals around you and alcoholism, yaar? Chunky,
I
there's got
don't
to be a connection that we have not been able to figure out. There's some drunk monkey. Wasn't there a martial arts film called Drunken Monkey something? I
Yeah,
remember in
yeah.
the 90s.
Shaolin Temple Drunken
Shaolin
Monkey.
Temple,
But,
yeah.
but when I drink alcohol, the animal in me comes out.
That's when the cameras go off, is it? Tan,
Yeah.
tan, tan.
Ta-da.
Next, Silvery.
Yep. Next one comes in from Musafir Rider. He says, Chunky ji, could you please tell us about your movie Kasam with Sunny and Nasir ji? And Nasir ji.
Oh, yes. So Kasam was a film which we actually released in Bollywood, and we also released it in Bangladesh. We did a joint venture because the film had kind of got stuck, and I was working in Bangladesh then. So we shot half of it before I went to Bangladesh, and then we actually completed the film when I was in Bangladesh, and we kind of released it. And it was like it had a lot of entertainment elements in it, but we all looked different ages in it. So that was what Kasam was all about. Yeah.
But you are different ages.
I looked 20, 30, and 40 in it. It took almost about 8 years to make. Yeah.
Oh, that way. Acha.
Yeah.
So how was it working with Nasir?
Great. I mean, he's so the first time I worked with him was in a film called Lutere. Vishwatma, then Lutere, then of course Kasam, and then we did a film called Begum Jaan. In Begum Jaan, we didn't have scenes together, but yes, he's great. I mean, I call him Sir. I feel he should have been knighthooded by the Queen of England, because I feel he's the finest of them all. I mean, he's the best, the top actor. And great fun and very inspirational and great voice, and learned a lot from him. Nasir has been Nasir.
I wish you could tell us that one story I heard you tell once, which is great, about the legendary Rishi Kapoor. But I don't know whether you'll say it on the podcast, about how you'd have a few and then he'd have a few and then he'd invite you home and then he'd throw you out. That story was, I mean, I was on the floor, man. It was just so funny. And then it kept happening.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, I love Chintuji. I've done Houseful 2 with Chintuji. I've done a film called Kasam. Kasak with Chintuji, Chintuji and Neelam. So Chintuji's been my favorite actor. Yeah. I mean, right from Bobby. I mean, I've been seeing him and watching him, and what a canvas of work. Yeah, it's unreal. He was truly an artist. What you call it.
Yeah. Also in his second avatar, you can say, unfortunately cut short, but it was going quite well actually last few films.
Unreal, yeah. That Rauf Lala and all those characters he did in Agnipath, and really, I mean, brilliant. I mean, if I can even do 10% of what he's done, I feel Maine Ganga naha liya.
And we all owe it to a urinal. Please remember that when you make your biopic, huh? That urinal and Pera Zinalani, I want that story has to come out like in close. Cut to the Nara, cut to Pelaz's face, cut to your face. Who's going to hold it? Who's going to open it? What technique to use? Oh boy.
We'll call it Toilet Ek Film Katha.
By your student.
Maybe we get Akshay Kumar. Maybe in the film we get Akshay Kumar to play my role. After all, I've trained him.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Three.
Yeah. Next one comes in from Aditya Prabhakar. He says, what does Chunky think about the cult meme status of Aakhri Pasta?
Oh my God! So Aakhri Pasta is basically India's answer to James Bond, because James Bond has the license to kill, Pasta has the license to thrill. So actually, he can tell you anything and say, "I'm joking." He can tell you the worst things possible about yourself and say, "I'm joking, mamma mia." So
was that your idea, playing the Italian
No.
impressions?
So this character was inspired from a film called Great Gambler.
Of course, Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah, Amitabh Bachchan. The character was called Marconi. Marconi was played by Sujit Kumar, and he had this mustache and he used to wear these, very floral kind of Italian clothes. And the name came from a Amitabh Bachchan film called Aakhri Rasta. So we got Aakhri Pasta.
Oh, of course,
And
yeah.
yes. And somewhere Pasta is also Sajid Khan, And even the producer Sajid Nadiadwala was very tickled by Pasta. So, when the producer and director both love the character, then you're set here.
But
So
it's amazing.
Sorry?
No, I'm just thinking it's amazing that you come up with an idea which is actually so far away from Bollywood proper in that sense. It's more like, your Bandra upmarket guys doing Italian American accents or whatever, and it actually works. It's part of the fact that it doesn't belong in the milieu. It actually worked. It was like a super hit. It's
Thank
just
you. Yeah, so
amazing.
we were worried, like, how will the mainstream react to it? Like, it was coming
Exactly.
in a hardcore commercial cinema, but I guess they kind of loved it, took a lot of fondness for this character, and we all like to pull pranks and say, "I'm a joking." So I guess that's how it connected. And but it's been very very crazy for me also, because I remember when Houseful 1 had released, I had reached the airport. I was a little late for the flight, and I reached this counter and I say, I'm not late, but I was like 1 hour before the flight. And I give my ticket and say, "Can I have my body card?" She says, "Sir, your flight is left." I said, "What? I have a show to attend. I'm going to lose a lot of money." And she says, "I'm joking." And she gave me the body card. So I've had a lot of people in hotels, airlines, pulling
Playing it
pranks
on
on me,
you.
and telling me I'm joking. So, and when someone is really going to tell me something serious, I may think they're joking. So it's like,
But here's my theory. I think when you enjoy something so much yourself, everybody's going to enjoy it. It goes past cultures and, identification and all that. It's just that when we watch that, we know you're having a lot of fun. That's why I said Houseful. It must be like a dream project in a sense, because it's like going on a holiday for you. You just go, you have fun. You're being chunky. Maybe they've, seen you do these impressions. And so Sajid said, "Come on, let's try this." And before you know it, it's somewhere in Jabalpur, someone is exactly doing that, which you'd never expect. Yeah, the
yeah,
joking. Silver, you try it? You're good at
I'm
sorry.
impressions.
joking.
Oh,
That's the
mamma
best I
mia.
can do.
Huh? Chunky?
I'm joking. I'm joking with emotion.
That's a praise, huh? Don't feel bad. After all,
Yeah.
you saw Anke when you were 1 year old with a milk bottle in your hand.
Correct,
So you got
yeah.
a lot of respect. Your
First thing
first
I did.
memory of
Yeah,
humanity is
exactly.
Chunky. Chunky is the first
Okay.
memory. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, correct.
Can we take one more?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, sure. The next one comes from Artik Shetty. He says, question to Chunky sir, who was the best director and co-star to work with in his career, or that he remembers
That's
most
a damn
fondly?
tough one. He said Rishi Kapoor to
Of
some
course,
extent,
I'm
but
sure. Yeah.
I mean,
And
co-star.
Nazir sir.
So I tell you what. I mean, the co-stars I've really enjoyed it with all of them. Like whether it's an Anil Govinda or a Ritesh Deshmukh, but Akshay is someone I've really enjoyed working with, because Akshay has this crazy thing of improvising, which I like. I mean, all my co-stars improvise, but Akshay goes to another limit. I mean, Akshay will start improvising even after the camera starts, and stuff. So I've really enjoyed working with these guys who improvise on screen a lot. Who's been my favorite director? The guy who's repeated me the most has been Sajid Khan, who's taken me in his 4 films, and then Shibu Mitra, who actually launched me, and then of course there's N. Chandra. There's a list of directors, and when I go on a set, as I said, films are made on a set. I actually go blank on a set. I don't prepare. I think I know what I want to do, but when I reach the set, I'm blank, like a slate. You can start writing on me, and then I'm very director dependent. Because if I started doing my own stuff in every film, I would be doing the same things. So somewhere you need a director to guide you and kind of put that personality into you, which will make you look a little different on screen. And now, especially that I'm doing characters, I need to find that difference in all the characters I'm doing. So yeah,
plus,
I try to be a director's actor. Yeah.
plus then you can blame the director if things don't go well. मैंने क्या किया? तूने बताया मैंने किया? बस हो गया.
अरे
Fair enough.
बाबा अवार्ड नहीं मिला तेरी वजह
I
से.
didn't want to play Italian, you idiot.
I wanted to play Spanish.
Spanish. Okay. One quick last question. You're a health freak. You're always fit. There was no swimming. What did you do this last 1.5 years?
Yeah, it's been, I've been running up and down my steps. I live in a 10-story building, and most of my neighbors think I'm mad that I keep going up and down. And I live on the first floor, but I still run up 10 floors every day, a couple of times. And, I chase the dogs around the house. I have ants in my pants. I think this is the longest I'll be sitting today giving this interview. Otherwise, I'm always on my feet. And I do little freehand exercises at home. I do a lot of jhadu, katka. I do a lot of. I
Make up
swear
your
I'm not
mind.
joking.
Are you doing domestic work or lifting
Yeah,
weights
I
or
do.
what?
I do domestic work. I'm like the manager of the house. I do a lot of carpentry. I do a lot of cooking. Yeah, so I've been keeping myself fit doing all that and learning a
But
few
Chunky,
expertise.
you've got so many rich friends. Someone will have a swimming pool in their house or in their bungalow or in their whatever.
Oh shit! I never thought of this. Yeah,
Phir, what the hell, yaar? Make a
Shah Rukh
call.
Khan, Shah
Shah
Rukh
Rukh
Khan ko
Khan.
phone karo.
Yeah, there must be someone. One more. You don't need a full size pool also. You get a pool is a pool, yeah. You manage now.
Yeah,
Fair
man,
enough.
I didn't think of it. Oh yeah. Okay, good. Thanks, Iris.
There you go.
अरे मेरा
No more
phone
Kyaro
खाना खा
Chacha.
रहा हूँ.
That's cancelled. Okay, listen, this has been great talking to you. Chunky, just one quick thing. Lot of love and respect. Grew up watching you, and we're all not only your fans, we root for you. We love to see your success, and you have no idea how many fans you have across generations. So
Thank you.
this has really been a privilege and honor. We don't put Bollywood people on our show.
Oh,
Generally, only not because
you don't
they've
put
got their
or
own.
you don't put or they don't come.
They don't come also, of course. But the main thing is that we put people we really like. Okay, so this is
Thank you.
not just me, but the whole team. We're all big
Thank you.
fans of Chunky Pandey, and we love the fact that you've come back with a bang. All right, and we're
Thank
waiting
you.
to
But
see
listen,
Ananya versus you.
I love you. I love your shows too. I mean, I've watched them, most of them, and you're brilliant, Cyrus. Keep doing this. Keep entertaining us and
See,
making us
Sylvie,
laugh all the time.
that's how old people talk to each other. Learn something, yaar. Tamiz se baat karo, beta. You don't know how to speak. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chunky. Have a good one, bro. Lot of love.
So the check will be in the mail, or
You're
Yes,
ready
and
for Houseful 5.
but it'll
I
get
don't-
bounced also.
Do
I
it with
accept
the Italian
bitcoins
accent.
also.
Then you know our budgets. Fair enough. Bye, Chunky. Bye bye.
Great. Yeah, we'll meet in better times, personally. Yeah.
I hope so. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks.
See you.